Good evening, viewers. My name is Richard Dugan, and I have with me here very Reverend Father Richard Mawusi, a staunch Catholic priest, a seasoned priest as well. He get a lot of stuff in his head, and today we are here to tap some from him. We are here to talk about issues affecting the Catholic Church today concerning the population of the Catholic Church. And so I entreat you all, my viewers, to kindly subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment. On YouTube, you will get us on Stacc Media. The Stacc is Stacc. It's just an abbreviation of St. Augustine Catholic Church, Ayeldo. So on Facebook, you are going to get us there. So just key in St. Augustine Catholic Church, and you are going to get our information, or you are going to get a conversation that is going to come up just this evening as we have gathered here. So Father, good evening once again.
Good evening.
I am very happy to have you here this evening. I know by the time we bring this conversation to an end, our viewers, most especially the Catholic Church, and by extension, Ghana, our country, is going to get a lot of stuff from you concerning the population of the Catholic Church today. We have realized that the population of the Catholic Church today in Ghana is decreasing tremendously. And so issues are bothering us that we have to sit down and look at how best we can help the church. I remember in the year 2000, the population of the church was around 15.1%. And in 2010, it decreased to 13.1%. And as I'm talking now, I think it is 10%. So I am even imagining what is going to happen in the next 30 years, or let's say even 20 years to come. Are we going to get people in the church to preach to?
Thank you for your question, and good evening to our cherished viewers. The topic is very current today because, as the Catholic Church, we all know, the census talks about the decline in the population of Catholics, and it's a concern for all members of the church. This is not only a concern for church leadership, and in terms of church leadership I mean the bishops, but it's a concern for all of us. And issues of this nature may simply have to go deep down and analyze the situation and see what measures to put in place. We cannot just lay or put our finger on one particular cause or reason for the decline. We can talk about a number of reasons. We can talk about, for instance, inaccurate records in our various parishes. We are very poor at record keeping. We can also talk about the faithful who leave the church. Some just join other churches for one or the other reason best known to them. And we can also talk about the fact that the faith is not in depth. The faith seems to be on the surface. So in terms of difficulties, in terms of problems, people just simply leave the church. So a number of reasons can be accounted for the decline. But as I've said, in cases of this nature, we need to go deep down within ourselves. A lot of self-assessment, a lot of self-introspection is needed in order to see what we can do and what we can put in place. It's good to know what is causing the decline, but it's also good to come out with solutions that can solve the problem. Otherwise, we'll not be doing justice to the case. As I've said, it's a concern for all of us, and I know students are also trying to come out, study the course, and come out with their research. But so far, we can lay our hands on some of these specific ones that the faith is not deep enough, and the faith seems to be on the surface. The little difficulties of life, problems of life, people begin to leave the church and join other churches. There are some also who are looking for healing, and in terms of that, they leave the church to join other churches. But what do we do as Catholics? What strategy do we put in place?
Thank you, Father. Father, not to cut you, from your delivery, you made mention of records keeping.
Yeah.
Records keeping. So I want to know, does it mean that you have a process or a way through which you get to know the total number of the faithful?
Yeah, as I've said, we are poor at record keeping. So when you go to a lot of our parishes, you will not get accurate records about the number of Catholics we have. And in some parishes also, there are baptismal records. There are a lot of problems with it. Names of those baptized in some places have not been registered, the baptismal register. So it's difficult to give accurate figures when it comes to number of Catholics. In other places, they have a good record, and they can tell you accurately those who have left the church, those who have died, and those who have been baptized. And they can even tell you the percentage. For instance, Europe have a system whereby they can tell you that this year, this number of people have been baptized, and this number of people, or percentage of people have died, and those who have even married, they can even give you the record that these are the number of people who have married in the church throughout the whole year. But in our place here, our record keeping is very poor. We need to improve upon that, because sometimes a lot of people, especially during the past census that has taken place, a lot of people questioned the process, because some will tell you that there were people who only said that they were Christians, they were not Catholics.
Wow.
People take Christianity as their religion, and specifically they were not able to come out and say they are Catholics. And we need a lot of education in this, and awareness must be also created for people to know that a serious exercise of this nature, we shouldn't just give any record, but we should give the accurate record, yes, and information. Otherwise, it goes a long way to affect the number of Catholics we have in the country.
So viewers, I'm just trying to remind you, here is Stacc Media. I said you can get us on the YouTube channel and Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.